Here's the pipe. What I've done with it is I've cleaned it up very well, and I have used denatured alcohol and a rag on it. What the denatured alcohol does is it's like kind of like Oxy-Clean for your face if you're a teenager. It wipes the oil out of the pores and then cleans it so you can have a very good base to put your paint on, the engine color, the silver. You want to find a nice place to do it. You want to probably use 2 or 3 light coats to do the base, and then I'm going to do clear over that. My first coat will be a tack coat. The tack coat is halfway wet and halfway slightly dry. All that does is it allows the first coat to dry quicker, so that the remaining paint will stick better to the paint rather than have a huge, very thick coat on here. And what I've done is I put this is good practice. I would put a little bit of paper or something in this hole and this bottom hole, and also on the bottom hole it allows you to, while you're painting, you can maneuver it back and forth. Now find a good place to do it out of the wind. Keep things covered that you don't want to get any paint on them. And then I took this paint and put it in about some hot water for about 5 minutes. And the can is kind of warm. I heard that was a good way of getting the paint nice and mixed up. What you can also do is go down to a paint store that sells house paint, and some of them have a gallon adapter that fits right around these cans, and what they'll do is put it in their gallon paint shaker and shake the living hell out of it. And I'll tell you what, the paint goes on better than I've ever seen anything, but only a few paint stores have it. So we want to start out and just give it nice, easy. See, that was too much right there. Of course, I was doing it left-handed. You can see where it's starting to run right there, because I've just put too much on. You want to keep it running and everything out, keep the paint flowing all over the place. It's hard to do with the camera on. So I'm going to turn the camera on and off and go give it a real light tack coat and see what happens. Okay. Now this is the pipe with a very good coat of the engine silver enamel on it. I like to give it like 3 nice coats, and it depends on, remember, like I told you about painting, it depends on temperature, your wind, and your humidity level, how fast these dry. This is enamel, so it dries halfway by evaporation, halfway by a chemical compound. With all your lacquers, it's 100% evaporation. Now, with this paint, this is what's called DTM, direct to metal, because all of your engine parts that you're going to paint this with are metal. So this paint is a little bit thinner than your other paints, so you have to be a little bit careful with it. But put your coats on and decide how, so you can grab hold of that thing right there and twist it around. Get yourself a really good base coat, thick coat on here, and what they suggest that you do is put the clear on within an hour. Now, I don't know about that. I might wait a little longer, and then what I'll do is I'll put on 7 or 8 clear coats and sand them down and see if I can get them to look like the panels. I don't know if it'll work, but it can't be any worse than what it was. This spongier pipe is the biggest spongier they make for the SR50, and like all my other parts, it was purchased at vtcycles.com in Hawaii. They have a website, and their parts and their service are gold plated. So if you need any hop-up parts for your Honda, I would go to their website or give them a call. Just don't waste their time with stupid questions, and they'll do what they say and say what they do. So the next thing we're going to do is wait a little while for this to dry, then I'll take the clear and start the clear coat process. And then after that, I'll do the sanding down of just the clear coat, but I will not touch this base coat. Okay.